The following is an exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the National Football League.
Mills has a touchdown! Touchdown! And we are going to the NFC Championship game. Taken down. Ryan Burns in trouble. Flicks it out of the backfield. Picked off Higley. Touchdown! Over the middle, intercepted. Peppers coming back the other way. Leaping grab for touchdown.
Welcome to the Panthers Huddle, powered by AWS. I'm your host, Kristen Balboni, here with Panthers legend Thomas Davis. And TD, normally at the start of the show, we'd get straight to Panthers news, the game. But obviously in the NFL world this week, there's a much bigger story with Bill safety Damar Hamlin collapsing on Monday Night Football and his fight right now. So we just wanted to give you the opportunity to address the situation.
You know, this is one of those times and one of those moments when you look at this game and you realize just how violent it can be. You realize, you know, the repercussions that players have to face. And then you hear people talk about all the time, well, you guys get paid so much money to play a game. And I don't think they ever factor into what could truly happen to players. And I think that this was a great indication of what guys go through to go out just to play this game. Like, when we put our lives on the line. And when we say that, people always look at us funny. Well, when you look at Damar Hamlin's situation, man, it's so tragic and it's so sad because he's 24 years old. For us to sit there and watch that play out the way that it did, if that happened to one of my teammates, there's no way that I can have the capacity to go out and play a football game and not think about my brother that's down or that's hurt, that's going through certain things. You know, I sat here as a Panther and I watched Luke Kuechly go through his concussion situation. And for me, it was tough to go back and play knowing that my brother was down in that situation. But to know that you have a teammate, a brother, a friend that's down in a situation to where he's not breathing anymore, that's extremely tough for anybody that's involved, especially for your teammates.
And it is the most important thing this week is his hopefully eventual recovery. Certainly all of our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family, his teammates, everyone affected by this. And, you know, at the time of this taping, what we know is that he is in critical condition. But certainly this is something, TD, as you so eloquently put it, that is affecting not just him and his family, but the NFL as a whole. And certainly it is on the players' minds all week. We are going to hear from them in the locker room on Damar Hamlin.
It hurt deeply, honestly. I kind of took it personal just because, I mean, we're all part of the same shield. I don't really know him personally. But, you know what I mean, that could happen to any and everybody, right? I was just like a regular tackle.
It's tough. It's been a tough couple of days. But, you know, I think the guys is, you know, all sticking together, praying for Damar for sure. And, you know, just praying that he gets well, praying for his family. And for us in here, we just, you know, taking it one day at a time, you know, and just going about our business.
You know, it was a terrible thing that happened, you know, just from what I've told, just very, like, it's very unusual for something in that particular spot to happen. But, you know, it's just very scary. You know, it kind of puts everything in perspective of, you know, the kind of game that we play. But, you know, just nothing but prayers for them and just hope that everyone involved is good and safe and comes out on top.
It's pretty awesome how everybody can come together. You know, it sucks of the situation, but at the same time for everybody to come together in such a dark time, I mean, it shows that the NFL is a special place.
Closed captioning for the Panthers Television Network is provided by Charlotte Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, helping you enjoy the sights and sounds of the NFL all season long.
Welcome back to the Huddle. I am joined now by Coach Wilks. And Coach, before we talk about the Panthers, just want to ask how you and the team are doing in the wake of this Damar Hamlin news and how you've all handled it this week.
The team is doing well. We definitely addressed it on several occasions. We have things in place for our players' resources if they need to talk to someone. You know, the Tappers have done a tremendous job in in adding those resources to our player development team. So we had one individual, Kenny Robinson, who was real close with him. It was almost like his brother. They've known each other since middle school. So we're supporting him, praying for the Hamlin and his family, and praying for a speedy recovery.
And Coach, it's never easy to then transition into talking about football when we're of course starting with the real things that matter, but I know that's the juggling act that you and this team have had to deal with all week. So in that vein, as you look toward New Orleans, what has been the focus for this team this week on the field?
Well, we've really been emphasizing the last element of our DNA, which is finish. We want to go out and do a tremendous job this week and finishing in the right way. We had an excellent week of practice. Guys are doing the little things, as we always talk about, paying attention to the detail. So I'm excited and looking forward to a good football game.
And you talk about finishing. I know that's something that when you took over this job, that was one of the first things you emphasized. It's something you've been emphasizing all season long. What did you take away from the Tampa game in terms of finishing that you want to apply to this New Orleans game in order to finish things out strong?
Well, to understand that, even though we have a lot of youth on this football team, we have to really find a way to grow up quickly. And we got to find a way to finish that football game and to give an opportunity to an individual who's considered to be the best to ever do it. It was tough. So a lot of credit to them, meaning Tampa Bay. But we need to grow up and just learn how to finish.
And in addition to finishing, something tells me, I hadn't had a look at your game plan, but something tells me you want to end this game in the way in which you want this football team to play, which is running the ball, good defense. Am I right about that? Not just finish, but finish in the Panthers' way.
Well, we want to finish our way, the identity that we created this year, which, as you just mentioned, hard nose up front, running the football, really establishing a line of scrimmage on both sides, playing great defense, and creating takeaways. Talking
about creating takeaways, specifically with this secondary, how can they specifically bounce back against New Orleans?
Well, it's the nature of that position. You got to hit the reset button. You got to refocus and come back, which I think, they have this week. So I'm excited about it. Those guys are resilient in their efforts. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking for them to go out and have a great performance this week.
And Coach, finally, I know we still got one game left and you're completely focused on that, but have you had a chance to think about maybe whether it's certain players or the way in which this team has played since you've taken over, some things that you're especially proud of or players you're especially proud of this season?
It's so many, and you don't want to start naming names to leave someone out.
I don't want to get you in trouble there with anybody.
Offensively, when I look at, young guys who progress, Terrace Marshall, he just continued to grow up each and every week, and just that confidence that you see within him is tremendous. And even looking at Sam, going through what he's gone through in the latter part of the season, being able to have that confidence down the stretch and do some good things. So very proud of him, the whole offensive line, and how they continue to be, for the most part, consistent all year. And defensively, Derek Brown.
Yes.
I tell him all the time. I said, no one can block you when you really make up your mind. And he's definitely going to be a guy in this league, a good player for a long time.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for the time. As always, we appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers Television Network is brought to you in part by Bank of America, official bank of the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, what's up, Panther Nation? It's KK Short here. Today we teamed up with Lenovo to give out technology to a small business. Intech was the great business that we chose today. Good morning, K1. Nice to finally meet you. From Lenovo and the Carolina Panthers, we just want to say we appreciate you. We come bearing gifts.
Oh.
We appreciate everything that you do. Oh. We hope this can really help you and benefit you and take you to that next step.
This is amazing. Thank you all.
Intech Foundation's mission is to inspire girls and gender-expansive youth to create innovative tech solutions for everyday problems. We serve youth between 10 and 17. And we welcome all girls and gender nonconforming, but we do give special attention to Black and Latinx youth. This donation means so much to the organization. One thing that we really strive for is to make sure that our programming is accessible. We have a lot of families who have students who don't have anything to learn on. And so I think the best way for us to really keep the inspiration going and alive for our kiddos is to make sure that they have the tools that they need.
Unbelievable what you do. You're giving these girls a chance to be involved. You know, technology is the new world, so we appreciate you.
That was Panthers legend K'Wan Short out in the community helping small businesses in this week's Coke Community Spotlight. But back on the field, the team is preparing to finish out the season strong against the division rival New Orleans Saints. And while the playoff push has come to an end, Carolina was able to do some amazing things in the second half of the season. Unfortunately, though, the outcome wasn't what we wanted against Tom Brady and the Bucs. Let's take one last look back at the showdown in Tampa in this week's Bojangles Rewind.
We are in the end game now. A season of twists and turns has led to Tampa and Tom as we move into the season's final act.
We're gonna go as we go. We control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? The outcome come to us. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Us.
We need Tom to have no time at the end of the game. He might look terrible for 3 quarters or not what we've used to seeing, and the next thing you know, you give him an opportunity to win, and Father Time is nowhere to be found.
Can Sam be Sam the Slayer now? Darnold will lead this offense out to the 25-yard line. The snap, Darnold steps up, fires over the middle, it's complete to DJ Moore, and Carolina, Jake, comes out throwing the football.
They came out throwing the football. They love the aggressiveness so far from Ben McAdoo.
Darnold the snap, 7-step drop, has time, throws, complete, touchdown right side, it's Tommy Tremble!
What a start for this Carolina offense. We mentioned the run game, Kevin, that they're going to have to throw the ball to have success today, and Sam Darnold came out hot.
Come on, man.
Don't assume, baby. Tackle, tackle, tackle. Let me have to the ball.
Panther defense looking to come up with a stop. Brady in the gun. Fires over the middle. It's complete into Panther territory. It's Godwin. Pinballs off a tackler. Lost the football, and Carolina recovers.
What a play, because we needed that. Defense came up huge.
Yes, sir. Hey, you lost it. It's us. It's us. Come on now. It's going, baby. It's going, my boy.
It's over. It's over.
Bearded Sam Darnold, 3-1 as a starter. Throws deep down the left side for Moore. Makes the catch. Did he get in? Yes, he did! Sam Darnold to DJ Moore.
I want to stand up and clap.
You can. That's allowed.
Tom Brady comes out with Mike Evans to lead this Tampa Bay offense. Lines up in the gun. Loads up. Fires deep down the right sideline. Evans beats his man. Makes the catch. 10-5. Touchdown Tampa Bay.
Mike Evans, there's no move, no stutter. He just flat runs by him, and if Tampa Bay ever needed a play to kind of get on track here, that was it.
We had complete control of this game. It was 14-0. We need to stop. We need to stop them.
Panthers still lead by 4. 26-yard kick. Blocked by Ryan Suckup is blocked. How about that? Keep pounding, Carolina.
Shades of 03, 2003 again.
Hey, again, that's how you come out, start the half. Make sure we're clear communicating, right? Talk fast to each other. So we're all on the same page.
The snap. Play action. Darnold. Hit by Vea, throws it downfield for Moore, 50-50 ball, DJ makes the catch at the 31 of Tampa Bay.
DJ did an unbelievable job of being strong and going get it.
Darnold throwing, end zone, touchdown! Shi Smith, and Carolina with a 2-score lead.
What a drive.
Well, you've got Tom Brady on the other side, who has 41 wins in his career when trailing by 10 points. This isn't over, but the Panthers lead 21-10. Throws deep down the right sideline. Evans beats his man, makes the catch. 10-5, touchdown Tampa.
This has been what that offense is missing the entire season. The deep ball, the connection between Brady and Mike Evans.
Brady deep down the right sideline, wants Evans, makes the catch, touchdown Tampa, and the Buccaneers take the lead for the first time. Brady quarterback sneak, he appears to be in. Touchdown, Tampa. All right, Jake, listen, crazier things have happened. There is still a glimmer of hope here. Darnold, under pressure, running in circles, steps up, avoiding the pursuit, keeps his balance. Screen pass, Hubbard left side. He's got room. He's got the 40, 45, 50, and out of bounds near midfield.
Yeah, you're giving yourself a chance, giving yourself life.
This is kind of the opposite train of thought. You think they're playing for a touchdown. They're going to take the 3 points now.
The kick is up, and it's good. Not dead yet. 59 seconds to go.
You attempt the onside kick. If you don't get it,
Still get
Carolina,
the ball back.
you can still get the ball back by using your 3 timeouts. Exactly right. This is really good end-of-game strategy by Steve Wilks and Carolina.
Now it's the defense. You've got 3 timeouts. If you can get this stop and get the ball back, boy, you got a sliver of hope. Camarda will receive this punt at the 41. Low snap! Camarda bobbled it! Rolling to his left! Gets to the outside! Tries to kick it away! And gets it off! Oh, this could be a monumental play!
Camarda just saved their bacon on that play. I mean, that could have been a fumble in the backfield.
Time expires. The Buccaneers win the NFC South. And the Panthers' run ends in Tampa Bay.
This exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers Television Network is brought to you in part by Bank of America, official bank of the Carolina Panthers.
Prowling Vineyards Napa Valley is the official wine brand and wine club of the Carolina Panthers. These premium selections celebrate the great people of the Carolinas and the Panthers' hunger to achieve excellence on and off the field. Each handcrafted wine mirrors the Panthers' bold attitude, and the iconic flavors honor the 2 states we are proud to call home. Experience the benefits and lifestyle while giving back to the community, as a portion of the proceeds support the Carolina Panthers charities. Learn more at prowlingvineyards.com.
Back again with Thomas Davis. We're about to go inside TD's film room, but before we do, TD, we hadn't had a chance to talk to you about the game against Tampa Bay. Obviously, a disappointing one. Just what were your thoughts immediately after the game?
You know, very disappointing, like you said, KB. We had everything right there for us. We got out to a hot start, but you have to understand and know that when you're playing a team that's led by Tom Brady, you have to play the game for 4 quarters. You can't go out and just play a half and think that you're going to walk away with a win.
As you look at this New Orleans game, how do you as a player, put that one behind you, one that means more whether people say it does or not with Tampa, and then get ready for this one?
You have to understand that this is an opportunity for you to continue to build on the season that we've had. I know it hasn't been a lot of great things to be excited about.
But playing meaningful football in January,
absolutely.
I think that's something to be excited about.
The buzz around this city over the last month or so has been really good because of this football team. These players have an opportunity against a division opponent to go out and end their season the right way.
That's a great way to look at it. And speaking of that division opponent, Panthers haven't seen the Saints since early on in the season. So, TD, what are they looking out for in the film room this week?
This is a different Saints team than we played early on in the season. They have a different quarterback that's leading them right now. This is one of the things that our offensive line has to focus on. The all-time leading sack master for the Saints right now in Cam Jordan. He's done a great job for the Saints. But he literally dominated this game. He had 3 sacks in this game, and this is one of the sacks that he had. New Orleans did a great job of devising a scheme that allowed Cam Jordan to come free. They're going to utilize this linebacker, let it run. The linebacker is going to set the pick on the tackle. Once you set a pick, Cam is just setting it up. He's not rushing upfield hard, and now they run a line game. Our offensive line has been tremendous at picking these things up. I know the coach is going to have them ready. They've seen this. Cam Jordan should be a non-factor based on the way that we've been playing, but listen, we know that he's going to be ready to play, and it's a tough place to play always when you go down to New Orleans. Let's go into this next play. We've seen Alvin Kamara in the backfield doing this for a long time. This is the reason why they've had the success that they've had offensively, is because they are a run-first team. They're going to run the ball with Alvin Kamara, and they're going to try to take shots off of that. So right now, this is not about what the Saints is doing. the Saints were able to do. This is about being misaligned. Our defense has to come out. Everybody has to be on the same page. We got to make sure, KB, that these guys are communicating. If you see a run formation, if you see a gap that's not being taken, linebackers have to adjust. They have to get linemen right. And the Philadelphia Eagles didn't do that on this play, and you're going to see the result. There's never a time as a linebacker where you want to see your defensive line and the whole offensive line 5 to 7 yards down the field, KB. That's never
kind of like waking up in
feeling.
a bad dream, right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's never a good feeling to know that a guy is running 6 to 7 yards untouched. But that's exactly what this scheme right here for the Saints allowed Alvin Kamara to do.
All right, TD, I love what you said about this being an opportunity to clean up some of those mistakes, play a great game, and go out on a good note for the Panthers.
Absolutely, we have to do it. Win this one for Wilks, baby.
Absolutely. All right, unfortunately, we have run out of time for today, but be sure to tune in as our team travels down to the Big Easy to take on the Saints in the last game of the season that we were just talking about. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. Fox will have the TV broadcast, and you can catch me and the radio crew on 99.7 The Fox locally. So on behalf of Coach Wilks and the one and only Thomas Davis, plus our entire Huddle crew, thank you so much for joining us this season. We'll see you next time right here inside the Panthers Huddle.
Keep pounding.
You've been watching the Panthers Huddle, a copyrighted presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the NFL.